a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Running is Jacobs, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Black. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On fourth down, Costello, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 36 yards on the play. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Block will try again on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, that's the second time he's been So far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, but someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Let's go. 30 base.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Down. 60 or. Check, 47.
Let's go, D.
Lead them.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Hey, echo.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on second and long. Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now a play fake here on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The throw taken in by Hamilton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 39-yard line. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Crunch time, defense.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Set 18 Gator.
3 bud.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
They do go for it. It's locked. Try to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I got him. Protein spill.
Check 50.
Snap.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Locke again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it with Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
The outlaw. West.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, Costello. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. DeMarcus Walker, and that will force a turnover on downs.
On the double. X3. 218, chopper. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta. Speed trip.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 60 or. Smith.
65. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. I got him.
58's the mic. 58.
Hey, exit. Watch the go.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
80 weapons.
Check 52.
Hey, Zoo. Yo, fast, hit it.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke, eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cleveland Farrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Block now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Kill. No. Off.
Bravo. Let's go.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
64. Hey, Haywood.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Hey, Foxtrot. Shoot.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. Locke now, 9 of 17 through the air.
Check.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Come on, set. AT Gator.
It's on field. Hey, it's all right.
Now.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Letting one go deep for the... That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams. There. Make the grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Mixed to score, Raiders 17, Broncos 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Ready?
A give running right, Lindsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now to the air, Lock. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
5, 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Welcome back now to Denver. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking tough.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 56 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes. Comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Check 99.
6-6. Pull it up now.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 62 yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Jacobs now. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to throw. Costello. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their... First time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Costello completes this to Waring. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alpha.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 6 guys.
You're out. Right up.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Exit.
Locke to throw. Open man is Winfrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hey, Orbit.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. Now Locke. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. Get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve. Right before I leave. I think I'm part Italian. Blending on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the smells in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate pay by they sell. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. That's on the way. I got stones in my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up, getting thick, so I put it on display. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough. Take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me, watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out. I can hit you with the run, or I can hit you with the pass. Be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-1. When you suckers, y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my ear, ready to attack. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook. None, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0. Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it.